Hey friends, welcome to Let's Find Out About It. We have so many interesting things to do today. So I wanted to show you the book that we read this week. I remember on these pages, Mrs. Mallard, the mother duck, she finally found a place to put her eggs so that her ducklings would hatch safely. She was really worried that some animals were going to get to her eggs. And those animals are called predators. Let's say that. Predators. Predators are kind of scary because they don't like baby animals. They like to eat them. They like to eat eggs. So the Mr. and Mrs. Mallard were very concerned about their baby animals. So why do you think that they spent so much time searching for a place to have their nest for their eggs and for their ducklings?
She didn't like the other places.
Yeah, she didn't. They went to a lot of places. Do you remember where they went?
No.
Do you remember, Serena?
They went to the city.
Yeah, they went to a garden, I remember, but they rejected a lot of different places. And I think the reason that they did that is because, remember, they wanted to keep those eggs and their ducklings really safe and warm. Let's see what the words say. The words say that after Mrs. Mallard had laid 8 eggs, she only moved off the eggs to get a drink of water or to have her lunch. Almost all the other time she was actually sitting right on top of her eggs to make sure they were okay and they were safe. Thank goodness. We won't want the ducklings to get hurt or to get eaten, because then we saw how much fun they had later on in the book. Okay, so I have some pictures of some very special animal nests, and we're going to look at them together.
It's an owl.
Oh, it is an owl, so that must mean it's an owl nest.
It's in a tree.
Oh, you think it's in a tree? What do you think?
It's in a tree.
Yeah, I see that there's some tree branches and there's some leaves.
There's sticks.
Yeah, that's what the nest is made out of. It looks like it's made out of some sticks and some tree branches.
Why are they different colors?
What's the different colors? The little owl babies?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just because they're really little, and maybe they haven't gotten the same type of color fur that the adult owl has. But they look like really cute and soft and cuddly, right? So we said that this is in a tree, and we said it was made out of sticks, and we decided this was an owl nest. Okay, let's look at this picture. Where do you think this nest might be located?
On the ground.
You think it might be on the ground?
It's in a house.
You think it's in a house? What makes you think it's in a house?
Because the walls, they're walls.
Oh, you think that looks like, well, I think those might be branches. The words say this is a nest with eggs in a tree. And what do you think that nest is made out of? You may have to use your looking eyes. Do you know?
It looks like hair.
It looks like hair. I think it might be maybe some twigs or maybe some little sticks, and they're kind of all put together like in a circle. So what kind of nest do you think this might be? What animal's nest might this be?
A bunny. A bird.
You think a bunny, and you think a bird. And you know, it doesn't say. It just says nest with eggs in a tree. I've seen these kind of eggs with a bird before, so I think it might be a bird. I don't think it's a bunny. I think it might be a bird. All right, this one is so interesting.
It's a snake.
It's a snake. So what kind of nest do you think this might be?
Snakes.
Yeah, it might be a snake's nest. And what kind of materials make the nest? What's the nest made out of?
Snakes.
You think the nest is made out of snakes? Oh, it sounds like you don't like snakes. Oh my goodness. Well, it's just a picture. It's not. We're not gonna have to touch it. Can you see what you think it's made out of, Serena? It looks to me like maybe it's like some old grass or maybe some straw. I see some green. That's why I think it might be grass. Where do you think this nest could be?
In the ground.
On the ground? Yeah, you think so? I don't see any water, so I don't think it's by water. Maybe it is on the ground. Okay. Let's see. Oh, my last one. Take a look at this one. There's even I see there's a little baby.
His mouth is open.
Yeah, his mouth is open. He must be hungry, I think. He looks like he's ready to eat.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry right now? Oh my goodness, it's hard to be hungry. What is made out of?
It looked like the snake nest.
Oh, because maybe there's some grass, or it could be like some hay or something like that. Where do you think it is? What is it? Where does it look like it is? You're gonna have to use those looking eyes.
It's in the grass.
Oh, it's in the grass? Yeah, it could be on the ground. It says the nest on the ground hidden in the grass. So you're right. It's in the grass and it's on the ground. And who do you think that might be?
The mommy. That's the mommy bird.
You think that's the mommy bird taking really good care of her birds, so the baby birds are safe and the predators don't eat them? Because like we said, that worries us. We don't want that to happen. So you aren't going to believe what I have to show you next. But the only thing is, you can only look at this with your eyes. Because we have to be really gentle. What is it?
It's a nest.
Yeah, it's a nest. What does it look like our nest is made out of?
They're feathers.
Yeah, I think that maybe this means this is a bird's nest. Because maybe the bird left some feathers to kind of make sure that the nest was really warm. What else is the nest made out of, do you think?
Sticks.
Yeah, these might be like some little twigs. Just so that way it won't fall apart. What's in the nest?
I see eggs.
I do too, so we have to really keep this nest warm and safe so that the predators don't eat the eggs.
You have to sit on it.
We have to sit on it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that the bird whose nest this is probably has to sit on this all the time to keep them safe. So you can look at it with your looking eyes, but we're not going to touch it. We have to be very gentle with the nest because it's very delicate. Because we won't want it to break, because then what would happen to the eggs? Yeah, and that would be sad for the mom and the daddy birds. Okay, so now this is when Miss Melissa is going to help us, because we have some other pictures of nests. And Serena, you and Miss Melissa are going to talk about these nest pictures, and Izzy and I are going to talk about these nest pictures. We're going to talk about what the nests are made out of, where you might find the nest, and how the adult animals can keep the baby eggs safe. So that's what we're going to do. So, okay, Izzy, we're going to start with this one. Do you know what kind of nest this is?
Bees.
You think it's bees? Why do you think so?
Oh,
Oh, yeah, they look like bees. The words say this is actually called a wasp's nest. Yeah, they do. So you have to be, if you see a wasp nest or a bee's nest, you have to be really careful so that you don't get stung. What is it made out of? Oh, paper. It might be. It might be maybe some like old, maybe some old grass or something too, kind of all mixed together.
And what do you think the nest is made out of?
Okay, let's look at this picture. What is that?
Tree branches.
It's a boat. It looks like a boat. It's definitely on the water. What do you think it's made out of?
Where's this one?
So it looks like some sticks or maybe some old hay or straw. Whose nest do you think this could be?
The bird. You're right.
Oh, yeah, you see a bird sitting right on there. Oh my goodness.
Let's see, it says right here, it's a hummingbird.
Okay, so we're gonna stop, but don't stop the video yet. So there's a lot of nest pictures that you're gonna get, and you don't have to use them all. Like I would try to pick maybe 3 for each small group, and try to pick nests that are a little different from each other. So I wouldn't try to pick all the birds' nests or all the, I don't know, other types of nests. So you have like a tree frog's nest. So just think about that. You don't have to use all the pictures unless you have lots of children in your Let's Find Out About It groups.